In this video, I'm going to share with you the best defense that everyone should be using. I think some people know about it, not everybody knows about it, so we're going to talk about it in this video. Now, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. I upload new videos every single day that can help you become a better Madden player, and I'm super jacked up to share this defense with you. I've been working on this kind of under the scene, behind the scenes for the last probably month, and that is the San Francisco 49ers defensive ebook. Now, if you've not picked up the ebook yet, be sure to join the Patreon. By joining the Patreon, you're going to get access to all of my Madden 22 ebooks for one price of just $10. Again, there's a link in the description below if you want to join the Patreon membership. I would really appreciate it, and it does help me out a ton, and I think it's going to help you out a ton because you're going to get access to all, like I said, of my Madden 22 ebooks. Now, what we're going to talk about today is a coverage scheme out of the $3-6. You can do this out of other defenses. I talk about this in my San Francisco ebook. I just put a 45-minute update, more in depth about this coverage than what I'm going to go into today. But this defense is really good. So what we're going to do is we're going to come out. The cool part about San Francisco is it's got the best nickel normal in the game. It's got the best nickel wide 9 in the game, and it also has $3-2-6. So this is more of like a passing situational defense. You can do the run commit glitch if you want to stop the run. But this is what I like to do. So $3-2-6. We're just going to sub in safeties at this linebacker position. So whoever you want, it's not really that big of a deal. Like I said, I just put safeties in there. And then we're going to utilize this cover one robber press. Cover one robber is by far, in my opinion, as the game sits right now, if you have the right theme team, if you have the right players, if you have the right adjustments, this defense is really good. So I'm just going to come out and kind of the bunch meta and talk through this against certain plays out of this. So again, we're just going to kind of set up some basic stuff here. And then I'm going to talk about why this is so good. So from an adjustments perspective, we're going to come out and cover one robber press. And then our adjustments are going to be fairly simple. So what I like to do out of this cover one robber press is I'm going to go ahead and move the ball back here. Just give me a little bit more room. But what I like to do out of this cover, I like it out of cover one. And the reason why, I can't quite explain the full reason why in this video. I talk about it a lot more in the ebook. But cover one robber is significantly better than two-man under this year. Last year, two-man under was significantly better than cover one robber. And it's just the way that these defenses work. But I would really encourage you to try a cover one style of defense. Specifically a cover one press style of defense. I love press coverage this year, at least as it sits right now. So all we're going to do is we're going to press our coverage. What I like about Dollar is that you see you're going to get pressed animations from all three of those players. Then we're going to crash our D-line out. And then what I like to do is I actually like to put both of my linebackers in hard flats. I like to bluff blitz my nose tackle. So you see it looks like this right here so far. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to user this weak side safety Devin McCourty. And lastly, I'm going to put that solo safety on the bunch side into a purple zone. So you see it looks kind of like this. If you want to put the middle linebacker on the right side in a deep blue, you certainly can do that. But what you're going to see here is against pretty much everything, this is going to play really good coverage. As you can see right there, if you get a running back wheel route, that's kind of your job. But normally you're not going to get a running back wheel route. You're going to get a running back angle route. You're going to get a running back in route. Or you're going to get a running back out route. And so the 3-rec and the double flatting, to me, is enough to stop that. Another thing that I like to do is you could flat the left of screen linebacker, and then you could take the nose tackle, put him on a bluff blitz, and then you could take the linebacker on the right side and man him up on the running back. That'll take care of pretty much anything the running back's going to do. And then you're going to put that guy in a purple zone. So you see how this defense looks right here. Now, when you press coverage, you have an option with bunch. I would not advise shading outside. Because the post routes are so good from bunch this year. People, when they see you run this defense, they're going to start running post routes from their solo receiver. They're going to start running bunch trail, essentially. So what I like to do to counter that is if they want to run bunch trail, that is perfectly fine with me. What we're going to do is we are going to hit triangle, the X button. We're going to hit that solo receiver's icon, and we're going to shade to the right. You're going to notice that it's going to move that cornerback to the inside. And what you're going to see here is if he plays pretty good coverage, he actually got beat off the line there, he's going to be fine. Now, one thing I will say is in MUT, this is going to work a lot better than regs. The reason why is because of the ability of the MUT players to have over 90 press. If you have over 90 press in this game, it's very difficult to get beat off of the press. Okay, so that's just something you can kind of tuck away in the back of your mind. The theme team that I would recommend for running something like this would be the Cowboys or the Patriots or the Broncos. Those are the best theme teams in my opinion. So here you see now doesn't get bumped off the press, and then you'll see he'll be able to close and catch up to that route. Okay, so to me, this is right now my favorite defense. The only thing you have to really worry about for Bunch is if they have a route running ability on their slot, the play Flood is probably the best play to beat this coverage. So I'll just show it real quick here. So if you get a Flood concept, you see how he lights up and then he beats that man. So what you could do to stop this, like I said, is just put that purple zone out there by that defender. If you want to leave this 3-rec, you honestly could. If you wanted to run it like this is also really a good way to run this play. And what you'll see now is, let's say I'm gonna play like Bunch Trail, or I'm gonna play like Flood. Now that corner route's gonna be running right into that purple zone, and it's gonna kind of get bracketed by the man coverage and the purple zone defender. Another little trick of the trade, if you're ever worried about the press beating you, you can shade over the top. If you shade over the top, I will tell you, you're going to be very vulnerable to underneath routes like zigs and stuff like that. But you will also see here that for the most part, it plays everything else fine, and it's more of like a safer version of this coverage. But my personal recommendation would be literally just come out, press your coverage, and then I would individually shade that guy on that other side, on the solo side, inside, because if he runs a skinny post, now you've got inside contain, and as you can see, I mean, the sheds you get at $1 are probably the best sheds in the game. So I would try this defense out. I'm telling you right now, it's by far my favorite defense I've ran all season. If you want to learn more about this defense, how to combine this with some of my match concepts, grab that San Francisco guide. You can get everything by joining the Patreon. I did a 45-minute tutorial last night on this defense. This defense is really, really good. I've tried out all the abilities too, and I have certain abilities that I recommend that's going to make this scheme way, way, way better. And so anyways, thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to learn more about this defense, be sure to join that Patreon membership. There's a link to do that in the description. So if you're wanting to join the Patreon, head on down to the description right now and click that link that I put down there for you. And we'll see you guys next time.